So I want to talk to you about the cover of the Wonder Woman book, because there's a lot of cool hidden meanings to this cover and a lot went into creating it. But first of all, I want to ask you, when you think of the word veteran, like what do you think of? Like what picture of a person pops into your head? If you're like me, you think of, older gentlemen like my father walking around in hats like these. I mean, here's some of his first wings, Distinguished Flying Cross, combat veteran, hat tip to the world famous purple foxes, if you know, you know. But he had so many hats like this. And I will tell you, I'm 47 years old. I have never once seen a female walking around in a hat like this. And so it got me thinking how women that served, their stories are very complex. So a cover should be complex. So first of all, the first hat tip on here are the 2 stars at the bottom. My father's last rank when he retired was a major general in the Air Force. You also have a couple of helicopters here. These are CH-46s or Sea Knights, and that's the bird my dad flew. But then what's really intentional are the women on the front. And they're red, white, and blue for our country's colors. But then you'll see that half the uniforms are military inspired and the other half are superhero inspired. But the biggest thing is you don't see their faces, and that's intentional. Because female veterans walk among us, and we never even know it. And because you never see them walking around with hats on, identifying that they had their service, unless you start talking to them and asking questions. And it was very intentional to also have these women looking at the horizon at the dawn of a new day. Because there's no shock that there's some trauma in this book. Maybe it was childhood trauma, maybe it was service trauma, maybe it was trauma when they came back. But their military service is only part of their story, and it's part of their journey. And so there's so much that went into this book with the rich stories of the women that shared with us. And that's why there's so much that also went into the cover of this book. So I can't wait for you to read and learn more about these incredible women and be inspired by the true Wonder Woman.